Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, whichever it is for you. We're gonna do a chair exercise class today without lifting weights. We are just going to do a lot of feel good moves. Does that sound good to you? I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm going, you know what? Sometimes just moving in some ways feels good. So we're gonna do a few of those. So our objective here is to have mobility, to have flexibility, to feel our body alive and moving, no pain, yes gain. So just different ways of moving, slow movement, some fast movement, but just move. All right, so some shoulder rolls. Play your favorite music. I'm working on getting a mic so you can hear better without the noise and the echo. So hopefully, that will make these videos a little more pleasant for you. My accent, I can't change it. If you like it, that's great. If you don't like it, well, sorry. I like yours, maybe. Where are you from? I have lived in different places in the US. I lived in Texas, Utah, Illinois, back in Texas. And so I don't know that my accent is any different than ever, but maybe it contributed to places where I've been. All right, so just in and out. Hands, open the fingers and thumbs, super big. All right, patting. Hey, did you feel your abs the moment you started doing these? Stop it. Now feel your abs. Just by doing these, your abs get a little workout. Hands up and down, palms facing down. It makes a little difference on the angle of the bicep, how you place your hands. Turn them this way, up and down. Can you feel them? It's a really different way of working the biceps. Usually we do these right here. You can feel them in a different way. I hope it's a good feeling. Okay. Wrists all the way. All right. Let's make the number 8 upside down. Sideways. Just number 8. All right. Now we're going to do the same number 8, but separated. Are you feeling your shoulders? Are you thinking, okay, my shoulders are not feeling that good anymore? So it's not a feel good move. All right, so let's stop that. And all the way. Separated. All right, scapula. The scapula moves like this. So up and down, that's the shoulder blades. Nice and easy. All of that was shoulders, arms, and a little bit of your back. Okay, forward and back. Just do whatever it feels good. If it hurts it, don't do it. This should just feel nice. A nice little stretch there. is it? SCW conference. Every 2 years since 2009. Sometimes every year. Like the university used to take us every year, so I go every year. And at first, I would do the workouts. Okay, let's work on toes off the floor. I remember having a watch and a heart rate monitor, and at the end of the day, I had used up over 5,000 calories. That's not easy to do. And I would be tired but so happy. Alright, heels off the floor, so you're like pointing your toes. Hey, let's do that with the wrists also. Compound move. Switching. And they had a class that I absolutely loved. It was step aerobics. If you are familiar with it, that was like 80s. It was very, very, very famous in the 80s. There are clubs that still do it, but not very many people can teach it because you have to have the musical phrasing. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you finish on your 32 count, 64 count, you know. So I used to teach step aerobics, but then I loved to take the class because I didn't have to prepare and I didn't have to be so concentrated and follow and, you know, learn the routine. All right, open and squeeze legs comfortably right there. If you close your feet, then there's more squeeze in the inner thighs. Anyway, there was a class in one of those that was step till you drop. I showed till you drop, but step till you drop. And it was like a 2-hour step class. Oh my gosh, it was fantastic. And then at the end, they would give you the choreography that you just learned so you could go and teach it. So it was fun because you already knew it. You didn't have to learn it, you didn't have to write it, you didn't have to think about it, just do it. And then there was one choreography, a new one to go and teach. My legs are feeling it. All right. Sit back, straight, relax your legs for a little bit. One, and switch. And so, I would do that, and I would take the Bosu classes and the cycling classes, and I was fired up. And then I got smart. I would get up and go and take a meditation yoga class to wake up my body. And then I would go eat breakfast and then go and listen to a lecture for about an hour and a half, an hour 15 minutes I think the lectures were. And then go and take a class, get sweaty, go to my hotel room, change clothes, go back and take another lecture, eat lunch, take another lecture, and then finish with a really good class or two, and then go shower. And then I figured, you know what, I'm learning more with the lectures than with the exercise classes. So I would attend the classes that were the new trend. You know, like there was one that was amazing. Just move in and out, hands. It was about moving weight, not lifting, moving. It was taught by a woman that was about 45 years old at the time. And she had been in some branch of the army, probably the Marine Corps, I don't know. But just stretch and take it down. And after her tours in Afghanistan and whatever, she join the firefighters. And so then she came up with this idea of making a hose, like a firefighter hose, but she had 3 different sizes, full of lead, little lead things. And I'm going, was that poisonous? I don't know. But so it was a 5-pound, a 10-pound, and a 15-pound. And so imagine picking up the 15-pound. It's not that it was heavy, but it was that it was long and awkward, and you would probably try to bend a little more than you wanted it to bend. So yeah. Okay. Windshield wipers. A little bit of a twist. And so our class was amazing. We did biceps, we did presses, we did throw it out, go get it, throw it out, go get it. Be on a plane, throw it out, go get it, throw it in and go get it in a plane. I mean, it was crazy. Lift it this way and then lift it this way, and then throw it and catch it to a squat, throw it and catch it in a different way, throw it and catch it. And it was like moving that way all the time. That conference, I went with a group of 14 kids from the university. A lot of them were personal trainers. That was a girl who was amazing. She taught kickboxing. She had her classroom full of people because she was amazing at her class. Full of people. Anyway, so when I got to the classroom, they were all in the front, and I'm going, oh my gosh, really? Well, I'll go and be in the front with them. And then when I went to grab my hose, all the 5 pounds were gotten. And so I'm going, okay, I don't want to lift 15 pounds. So I did manage to get a 10-pound, but it was still heavy, I don't know that it was that heavy, but with all the stuff we were doing. And when I get to the front, I see everybody in my line had the 5-pound. And I'm like, trade you? I went, okay, well, let's see how it goes. Arms up. Touch your toes if you can. If not, just reach. Breathe. I'm telling you, that day I earned their respect like you have no idea. To that day, everybody was looking at me like, what is this old lady doing at the gym? I was able to do everything the instructor asked of us with the 10 pounds, and they were not. All right, so all feel good moves. How are you feeling? We're going to do a cat stretch here. Drop your head. And then look up and open up and curve. Relax your arms. Head to the center. Look one way, the other way. Ooh, how feels? Feels. Breathe. Yeah. And then once it feels comfortable, make it a little uncomfortable by turning just slightly more and all the way and center down. Above head, totally calm. Yeah. Alright, this next one, you're going to tuck the chin down, but you're not going to look up with the chin. You're just going to tuck the chin down. Feel the pull all the way to the bottom of your spine. And then come back up. Alright, you're going to do that, and you're going to start feeling the stretch in the shoulder blades. And then a little lower. and then all the way to the bottom of your spine. So here you go. Relax the shoulders, tuck your chin down. Feel that stretch in the shoulder blades. Drop the head a little more. Keep your back straight. And then feel the pull all the way to the bottom of your spine. And come back up. Alright. Let's reach one way. Reach the other way. One way. And reach the other way. You're gonna feel your obliques. And you're gonna feel them tomorrow probably. Don't take my name in vain when you feel in your obliques tomorrow or the next day. Alright, we're gonna play tennis. One side, the other side. One side, the other side. Bum, bum, and bum. Other arm, bum. If you're not ambidextrous, so what's the name of the word? That's okay. We're not really aiming. One thing I want to try that I haven't tried is pickleball. It's finally coming to Texas. I swear it's big in other places, but here it's like, what? And they're finally bringing it in. But there's still no courts, there's still no places where you can go play. The university finally got a little bit of that, but the kids weren't into it. But I think it would be great. I used to play tennis, but the balls are fast. And then I played a little bit of racquetball. I never played squash. Those balls are so hard because you have to hit them really hard for them to actually bounce back. So I never played that. But the racquetball, okay, arms on your thighs, just down and up. Now that your neck is warm, this should feel good. But pickleball, I think it would be great because it's supposed to be a slower ball for what I gathered. So if you play pickleball, let me know why you like it. Next time I'm in a place where there's pickleball, I'm gonna play. I was even thinking about getting my little rackets and stuff. I have a huge driveway, so I was thinking about I can turn my driveway into a pickleball court. The cement is already there, it's just a little bit inclined, but I don't think it would be bad. Alright, so this is a jazz exercise. Are you ready? You're going to try and reach with this arm and then come back to center. Try and reach with this arm and come back to center. Now try and do that without moving the shoulders too much. The displacement comes sort of like on the ribs. It's really hard to do, but it is a jazz thing. You feel it in the ribs. Alright. Feels good. Until it doesn't, because the shoulders. Alright. Jazz hands. Come on, do it. It's fun. It's fun. You know, it moves the fascia on your arms. So let's move fascia. Fascia. I was watching a video where this guy is like trying to stretch your fascia in your body. And he has this exercise where he's on the balls of his feet, the heels just barely off the floor, and then he bounces like that. But it's not bouncing, it's just that. And he claims that all that helps the fascia in your body. Do a few. I can feel it up here too. stretch the knees one more time. I don't know about you, but I broke a little bit of a sweat. Hold it, flex, point, and down. Hold it, flex, point, and down. Up, flex, point, up, flex, point. I feel more working those quads. And your back is still nice and straight. Alright, curve your back. Relax your head. Relax your arms. Relax your whole body. Big inhale in. Exhale. And come up. Alright, stretch back. Open your heart. Open your arms. And once you're there, relax your shoulders so they're down and back. It's hard to hold your head there because your head weights a little bit. Alright, coming back to center. Alright, very important that the head is back. So one way you can do that is put your hand right here and then try and look at your fingers without moving your hand. So you have to push back. That's where the head is supposed to be. Most people are like this. I notice my husband is always like this. Now push your head back, because then what starts happening is you start creating a bump on your upper back. So I always do your back extensions. Back extensions. Open up, open up, open up. There's some guys at the gym that I used to teach that I told them, you guys are beasts. You can do so much stuff, but you don't look good doing it. And they would just laugh. They're such good troopers, you know. I helped them after being in a whole year with me taking that class. They could feel, you know, the stretching on the hamstrings, so their hamstrings got a little more flexible. Okay. Stretch those hamstrings. Probably your whole foot down, it feels better. Once you're there, relax the shoulders, relax the head. Just relax there. Alright, roll it up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright. One leg to the side, and you're leaning over this way. Come back. Stretch over here. Alright, other side. So one leg just in front, the other leg straight out. You're leaning forward this way. You're gonna feel a little stretch on that leg. That's why it's out there. Coming back with support. Reach the other way. Don't fall off your chair, okay? Alright. Sit comfortably. You are arching your back. And then you're touching back. Marisela is here, so I need to let you go. Relax your legs. And as always, be good, be happy, behave. And I will see you some other day.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bye.